Today's 971st day to come here to lessons I learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, and how to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about repairs. Repairs is a topic that every single person needs to understand about because we are not perfect. We make mistakes. We break things. And because of that, sometimes we need to learn how to repair. We're not able to just grab new. Sometimes the best thing that we can do for ourselves is repair the old ones, repair the old relationships, repair the old dreams, repair the old visions. Because sometimes we make a right choice for doing something. We made a mistake. Okay, let's look at what we're able to do to really fix that and repair all the things that have been done. I think that when you grow and when you age and when you understand, when you go through experiences, when you start to reflect, you start to understand that new is great. It's amazing. It's amazing. Always pursue and be innovative. That's great. That's always needed to do it. But at the same time, we always need to look into how we're able to constantly repair the things that we broke in the past. And of course, when you're able to really manage the new ones and repair the things that you've done, I think that's where the beauty are. So today we'll focus on the ideas what you need to consider when you think about repairing things, especially relations with yourself, relations with your family, relations with the loved ones. It could be so many different things that you need to repair. So when you think about the repairment, so that means that we're able to understand that when you go through life, when you really made a mistake, when you still feel that you are losing your ground, because you understand that you're able to repair yourself, you're able to repair relationships, it builds massive resilience. You're able to understand that personal development it will allow to really build you up, will allow you to learn new skills and repair things. Because a lot of times is that at the moment, with your knowledge, with your wisdom, with your skill set, you're not able to repair it. Because there are so many skills that's included in repairing. There's understanding, reflections, communication, everything in between. That means that knowing that you're able to really develop skill set, that is very, very uplifting. Number 2 is components of repair. What are the components of repair? So number 1 is recognition. Recognition, that means that we need to recognize and acknowledge that damage been done. There was damage. Because, of course, if you said, okay, I didn't do anything, this is just in your mind, that means that, of course, without acknowledging that damage being done, there's no chance to repair anything. Awareness is a key. So that when you have the awareness, then awareness is the first step to fix anything. And awareness is the first step to repair something as well. Second thing that is responsibility. Responsibility is something hard sometimes to really take on, because it's easy to have rights. Oh, this is my right. But what is your responsibility? What is our responsibility? What is my responsibility? And our responsibility is to take ownership of all the influence, because it might be that, and the majority of the times, when I think about damaging something, especially relationships, you're not able to damage just by yourself. Most time it's not 100% damage. And that's what you understand. But what is important is when you take responsibility, when you take ownership, it's better to take 100% ownership of what's have been done. It's better to have that other person taking 100% and you taking 100%. When you have that ownership, responsibility of 100%, not counting, oh, I did just 50% and you deal with other parts. No, but I did like 60, 70. You'll spend more time thinking how much is your fault, how much is someone else's fault to do damage, rather than taking full ownership, forgetting about calculating anything, and what I'm able to do to fix and repair this relationship, what I'm able to do to fix this situation. And that's when, of course, when you have that 100% ownership, of course, much easier to fix it. Third is apology and forgiveness. Apology and forgiveness. Both of them is very, very important, because without apology, that says that the best way to really get forgiveness is give forgiveness. Now, when you think about really think about people that you made mistake, and would you like to get forgiveness? And now look at your people who have hurt you. Do you give forgiveness? Do you give forgiveness? And that's a big, big question. If you do not give forgiveness by yourself, how are you supposed to expect that someone else give you permission as well? So that means that if you want to build and repair something, you need to learn how to ask for forgiveness and give forgiveness, have apology, and really work towards that. It's a very powerful thing. And number 4 in that is a behavioral change. If you want to really fix something, repair something, we need to make sure that we change the things that damaged at the first place. Maybe we did something that really hurt. So we're not able to apologize, but keep doing the same thing over and over again. That is not the way how it's supposed to be. And I love the word as repentance. Repentance means that when you really sinned, or when you really made a mistake, now you're able to say that, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, I didn't know that, I was not wise that day, I was able to reflect, I was able to reflect on the experience, and I don't want to do that again. So it means behavioral change is very important when we think about repairing something that was broken. Number 3 is that when I think about repair, is that strategies, how to really repair things. And effective repair is the number one thing is about it is that open communication. Open communication. That means we're not passively aggressive, not hiding from each other, not showing faces to each other. No, like we are hiding from each other whatsoever. But open communication is that we're able to share our feelings. And the most important part when you share our feelings is that I feel this way. Because when this happened, this is how I felt. Because a lot of times we have a tendency to say, because you did this, that's how I feel. But we always need to start sentence from, I feel that this is not working. I feel that this situation makes you feel this way. So it means that the conversation, open communication, when you really start sharing, is starting from you, how you feel. Not what other person did, but we start, okay, how you feeling. And I think that is a big, big part, because when we start conversation by saying that you did it, people become very defensive. And because people are becoming very defensive, it's very hard to repair anything. But we want to repair, so we want to really create that openness. And that's why when we share from your own, of course, it's much, much easier. Second thing that we need to consider is empathy and compassion. So being able to put yourself in other person's shoes is very, very important. Because sometimes you don't know why people made a mistake. Sometimes people that are coming from different backgrounds, different stories. For you, it could seem that, it's so easy to understand. It's so easy to understand for you because you've been raised that way. You went through a lot of different experiences that build your knowledge. It might be that other person that never had that experience, never had that trace, never had ability to learn things. Maybe this is the first time when you learn something. They're able to reflect. And because they didn't want, I think that 90% of all the mistakes are not intentional. They just didn't know any better. So when you have that compassion, knowing that you made mistakes, every single person made mistakes not intentionally, and I think that that's very uplifting, I guess, to know that 90% are not intentional. And it means if you know that it's not intentional, they wanted the best, but it happened when it happened. Of course, then you're able to really be more compassionate and really help to overcome and help to repair the things what was broken. At the same time, we really need to make sure that we're working very, very hard to understand, okay, problem-solving skills. So communication skills we need to develop, and we need problem-solving skills. And conflict resolution skills. So all those things that we need to develop, because if you really want to repair and be the best repairer possible, so you need to develop the skill sets that allows to repair. So communication skills, massive thing. Conflict resolution skills, massive thing. Problem-solving skills. And you're able to really develop those skill sets, it's much easier. That's why I said that sometimes when you want to repair, at some point you're not able to repair. But you go yourself and you go and grow yourself, improve yourself, develop the skill sets that potentially could be beneficial. And at some point, after a couple of years, after 5 years, you might be that you have the skill set to repair the relationships of the past that are really, really meaningful. Because of unintentional damage, sometimes we miss people We do not communicate. That's why there are so many people who said that I didn't communicate with my mom, I didn't communicate with my parents, I didn't communicate with my kids for 20 years. But after those 20 years, one of the family members learns the skill sets, how to repair broken relationships. And after 20 years, they go and fix it and repair that. And they finally have the amazing relationships they didn't have for 20 years. And that is great. Because those 20 years allow them to develop themselves that they're able to do that. So that means if not now, it might be not yet, but in the future will be. It'll be that you will have. So that means you need to have a hope that you will develop this skill set to repair any relation that you have. It might be even the time will heal all the damage that has been done. So what are the challenges in repair? Sometimes it's resistance to change. Because as I said, we need to really change the behavior if you want to repair something. So if you're resistant to change, of course, it's very hard to really repair something. Now, of course, it could be deep-seated wound. It could be so deep that it's very hard to really forgive. And it just needs to be a lot of healing and being able to really, it might be that wound will be dirty. So that means you need to, sometimes you will open that wound, clean it up, but that cleaning up that wound will be very hard, very painful. There'll be a lot of tears, but that cleaning could really allow finally to cover up that wound, heal it, and finally have that relationships repaired all for good. Because a lot of times that wound is dirty for 20 years and it never gets healed. And we potentially could work on intention by ourselves to do that, to heal it. And of course, sometimes we're able to really support others on healing their own wounds. And so this, probably the very hard as well, is very important, is fear of vulnerability. So it means being able to really openly open and be honest. Not just hide, just that, I felt a little bit disappointed. No, I felt so devastated because of this situation. Because this is one of the most important things for me. I think that's a lot of times we downgrade the way how we feel. And because it seems that we downgrade, other person doesn't understand the full story. So if you felt just a little bit disappointed, so why you made such a big deal? I think that is always need to understand that the way how we paint the picture, the way how we felt, will dictate how we understand your actions. So and in some cases feel that there's some kind of misalignment. So we need to be fully vulnerable to make sure that we other person understands full picture of what actually happened and what it actually really how it made it feel. And of course, so when I think about repairment, now what are the main benefits? Now, of course, we're able to really repair and enhance relationships that maybe we didn't have the relationships that we really care about, and finally we have. It could be improved self-esteem because you're able to repair the things that inside it. It's not working. It was not working in you. So we improve self-esteem because you know that you're able to repair anything in your life. Emotional resilience. Again, that's built that you're able to really understand, okay, what are those emotions, how to repair them, how to repair relationships, and those relationships allow us to really have that emotional resilience. And most importantly, personal growth, because personal growth is important in anything. In every skill set, in everything, personal growth is important. And of course, being able to repair it, of course, allows you to really improve it. And I think that's the last thing that I really want to say, that we still need to have that ongoing effort to repair. It's not that you really sit down over the evening and you say, okay, let's repair our relationship. No, it doesn't happen like this. It's an amazing start. But there's an ongoing effort to finally heal it, because the wound could be dirty, so we need to heal it. We'll need to open it, refresh it, clean it, and then wait until it heals. And really put new bandages just to make sure that we're able to fully heal. So those bandages will be changed multiple times. So you need to be okay to repair the relationship. That will take sometimes months, sometimes even a year, maybe even more, if it was so deep wound that was maybe you destroyed someone's trust, that they trusted with all their life, and that means that it will be a massive journey to really repair that. And we always need to learn new experiences and learn how we're able to repair, because there's a lot of different ways that we're able to do. So I hope that you will reflect as well. Look, who damaged you? Who broke you? Do you feel that there is a chance that you will repair that relationship? Or whose trust you destroyed? Whose relationship you destroyed? Maybe even with yourself. And are you willing to really go outside and really start working on repairing that relationship? Because I think that I truly believe that new relationship is great. But sometimes repairing those relationships with yourself, with loved ones, with your family, is sometimes even more important to really live a fulfilling and joyful life, because you're able to heal all those wounds, forgive, and don't carry the luggage with yourself. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.